Hey guys, welcome to our Justice League Blu-ray coverage. This is, of course, on board. We haven't been here in a while, so I apologize. But thank you guys for watching. How you guys doing? With me, of course, is the one and only Mr. Lou Rod. How's it going, Lou?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. I apologize for starting late, guys. I know Olakunle Niger guy, was waiting. I apologize. It's late, but here we are. We're talking Justice League. Now, more about the Blu-ray extras. We have the Blu-ray here. I could bring the disc, but you know what? We have it. We've watched it. We've seen the movie, but the extras is what I want to delve into, because the extras have a few things, and I wanted to get your thoughts, Lou. First of all, you've seen the movie again. What did you think? Just the movie itself.
The movie's still entertaining. I'm a little upset that they took out just the fact that he saw Alfred.
So yeah,
That
that
one,
I want.
that 30-second scene, why did you cut it?
I mean, yeah, there are many reasons for that. I don't know what to tell you. I will say this though. I watched it again. I've kind of it's kind of fallen on me again just because I think maybe watching it after watching Black Panther it also hurts because the quality of the movie just isn't there.
Well, you know why the quality isn't there.
Yeah, we know that. We're not going to delve into that. But what I will talk about, so the extras, we can delve into the extras. And I actually have, see if I can share my screen here for you guys so you can see. So if you also get it, you can use Movie Anywhere's app, and that will actually give you a digital copy of it. So if you're one of those people that has that, and I don't know if you guys can see, and a couple of extras, it's kind of a weird window, but we've got The Return of Superman, Road to Justice, Heart of Justice, Technology of Justice League. We've got Justice League New Heroes, Steppenwolf the Conqueror, Scene Study, and of course, Suit Up the Look of the League. That's all the extras we have. In terms of
But
deleted
see,
scenes, it's really just the Return of Superman is the one that is pure deleted scenes extra. And then they've got this Discovery, the League Heroes, Cyborg in the top.
okay.
Now, I will say
And it
this.
had other little things in there that played that aren't listed.
Yeah, here's the thing. I didn't finish it. I really wanted to. I kind of was, I'll honestly tell you, I was kind of getting annoyed watching it, especially watching Road to Justice, where you had everyone talking. You had Jim Lee, you had Jeff Johns, you have, they talked about Zack Snyder all around. You never like that's the thing that annoyed me with this, and that's probably why I just didn't care to watch anymore. I'm still gonna watch it, but I was trying to watch it for this, and I was just kind of I was getting a little annoyed with it. Because also
I feel your sentiments on
it's
that.
not a traditional extra scenes. Like we know they deleted scenes in this movie, and which is why like this to me says we need a Snyder cut. No, forget everything else. I'm saying forget just watching the Blu-ray extras. I'm going. This is what you give me an extra. Like I love all the discussion from Ang Lee and like even when they did the Road to Justice where they had all the old writers talking about how the Justice League has changed over the years. That's cool stuff. As a comic book fan, it's nice to hear how they've changed things. But let's be honest, like there's a lot of missing footage in this movie, and would like to see it.
Indeed.
You know, so that is the kind of thing that just kind of pissed me off with this, which is why I didn't watch much. But what are your thoughts since you did cover most of it?
I watched all of it.
Oh, you watched all of it. So which was your favorite extra?
I like the one you just mentioned. The
The Road to Justice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was cool. Just Zack Snyder's vision layout before he shot the scene, he's picturing in his head, and then he's directing and showing them, this is what I want to do. Here's how you're gonna land, and all this other stuff. And they show how corny Ezra Miller ran in the green screen because I thought it was like some editing. No, he literally ran stupid.
Yeah.
Grant Gustin needs to teach him how to run. He needs to go visit his little buddy on the CWA. How do you do it? Because you look flawless. I look like a freaking weirdo running.
Hey, oh, well, okay. What else? Okay, let's see. Let's talk about some of the other ones here. There was the scene study. What about Steppenwolf the Conqueror? Because basically, the Steppenwolf we got in the movie felt like it was light. And I know I'm sure that Steppenwolf the Conqueror really delves deep into Steppenwolf himself and his history and stuff like that. Did you like that? Was that informative for you?
That was about what 3.5 minutes long, and it really shows where he came from and all that, and what we got on TV on the
Also,
big screen was a weak. It was just weak.
yeah. I mean, as a comic book fan
Granted,
of Steppenwolf, yeah, there's a lot to that character, a huge
gr-
lot to the character.
granted, it's probably on the cutting room floor that we'll never see a lot of his backstory and all this other crap. It's like I like how they did it. There was an actual actor on set, tall as crap, but he didn't say anything. He just, did all the fight sequences and all that
Yeah.
other crap. So, a lot of this, I don't normally watch behind the scene features. But you said watch it. I watched this one and I enjoyed all of them. I liked how they went back to Thermostera
Hmm.
and they showed, well, remember, this was done in this timeline. Now they updated our clothing and stuff like that. I like the whole costume breakdown.
Yeah, I've seen some of the costume background. I do like the guy who does the costume designs for Snyder's stuff. He does a really good job. And he likes in you when you hear his thought process of why he chose materials, design, and all that kind of stuff. It's always pretty cool to see that. That kind of stuff I do like. But to me it was very light on extra features. There was a lot of featurettes, basically people talking about the heroes, and it kind of sums it up to say that this is very light, I guess, if you will.
The one I really enjoyed the most was the Superman fight in Hero Park.
Oh, okay.
How they
The
have
breakdown.
they have Ezra Miller and a clamp. There's two people help guide him. And then after each take, he would watch the playback to make it better. So he wouldn't leave the rig. He would stay in the rig. Someone would bring up a little portable TV. He'd watch it for facial expressions and all this other stuff and redo it. How they do that was kind of cool.
Hmm.
All the little breakdowns, pick up a big old little foam thing and throw it at Wonder Woman where she could cut it with the sword.
Yeah.
And then how he did the headbutt and how they do where he levitates and then really headbutts her. Like, yo, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is really nice to see. I'm glad at least some of that stuff is there. I mean, for it. But I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I'm doing it injustice just because I didn't feel like finishing it, even though I was trying to. And it kind of is a shame. I think what actually, when I said, even though I said watching this after watching Black Panther, I think watching this while trying to continue this after watching Road to Justice was the one that probably pained me the most. Because especially when you hear, all the writers like Jim Lee, Grant Morrison, they're talking about the history of the Justice League and how they changed things and everything, and how the Justice League are Greek gods. And Grant Morrison was like, the guy that had the Scottish accent or Irish accent, sorry, and he was talking about how you could use Celtic gods and Norse mythology, and I'm going, yeah. And I was expecting to see that in the movie. There's a lot of history they could rely on. It just didn't happen.
See,
So,
the problem is they didn't. I think Zach would have touched on some of that with his more of character building with some of these new ones in the movie.
Hmm.
The studio just screwed them. I'm sorry. It is what it is. All those stupid WB execs, even their board members, all need to sell their stock and never get back in the movie business because they're a bunch of jagaloon morons that don't know how to do crap.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. I will say though that this is very. I mean, it's interesting because you know the question I would ask is after watching this, you've seen the film, you have the Blu-ray with the extras. Uh, would you recommend this for a purchase? What would you recommend it as? Purchase, rental, or no?
It's depending who I speak to.
Wow.
If it's a diehard, I have to have this Blu-ray for my collection of comic book movies and etc. I would be like, okay, then go ahead and drop the $20 because normally that's what they cost nowadays. If not, it's a good rent if you want to watch it just for the features because the movie is the same. The movies, nothing has changed. They sit there and tell you, oh, we're gonna add the deleted scenes. They didn't add nothing to the movie.
Mm. Um, for me, it's not worth it. Nah. Definitely isn't worth it. It's maybe worth a rental, or if it comes up on Netflix or one of the streaming services, yeah, sure, that's always great. Um,
The
but it's
problem with
not.
the streaming service, we don't get the features with it.
Even the features are not worth it for me. I mean, I haven't watched all of them, but the ones I've watched was regurgitating. If you're a diehard fan, for instance, The Road to Justice is great, but it's stuff you already know. The Return of Superman, we've seen all that. I mean, people have had it as different cuts. It's all one cut on there. um so there really isn't much in terms of extra other than there's a lot of DC history there that's told, which is always fun, but is that worth the price of admission? And that's where I think it, like unlike say Wonder Woman, like Wonder Woman Blu-ray had a lot of interesting features, and they had an extra scene, the one that led to the mother boxes, with there. So I would say rental. For me, this is what I'll consider rental, and not something that I would dwell too long on as uh,
Well, since you didn't watch it all, it has Aquaman was barely in water. All that is CGI.
yeah.
The fact when he's fighting Steppenwolf underwater and he does that like spinning circle thing to punch him, that's some stupid harness he's in. I was like, you cheated me. The one scene he's in water is where he's talking to Bruce Wayne.
Was that now the harness scene, was that recorded by Schneider, or do you think it's Snyder?
Mostly everything here is Snyder.
Okay.
Mostly everything here is Snyder, maybe with the exception of like when you see Superman walking in the Kryptonian ship, that doesn't look like it was reshot.
That was all
Because
Snyder.
his face looked clean.
Yeah, that was
It
all
didn't
Snyder.
look.
No,
There was
they
not
kept
no
they
really
kept on showing
plot.
like the some of the scenes they showed had included that, the funny mouth lip thing, and I was just kind of like, please don't, I don't want to see this. So I guess you say I watched this with a little bit of anger, so to speak. But yeah, I like I said,
Rightfully so. I mean,
it's
let's be real. What did we get? We got a Hosspox movie that was entertaining, but could have been so much better if you would have just left it alone. And then after this came out, okay, you know what, Snyder, we're done with your vision. Thank you. We gave you your 3 movies. Boom. We'll keep your core characters, but we're going to take it into a different direction. You could have started it dark and gradually built it to a much lighter tone instead of doing what they did. It can be done.
Yeah, I mean, it can be, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Apologize for not doing a lot of stuff here on board. We will be doing more. And we're gonna be having the Superior Hour is gonna come back in some form here. We're just trying to organize how it would be done. The But stay tuned. We will have some more movie in-depth breakdowns. I think what it is that we're trying to just understand the scope of, okay, do we do reviews here? I think our Blu-ray reviews will stay here for the Blu-rays, especially with Blu-ray extras. So stay tuned for that as we move forward. But also, I think what you're going to see from us is you see more in-depth discussions. We might still just have our basic reviews on board at work, but in-depth, whether it's breakdown or look at, I think we're just going to be doing it here so we can spend more time and chop it up.
Sometime tonight we'll be getting something interesting. It's probably going to be on Kimball.
Yeah. If we get Infinity War, then yeah, Black Lightning reaction. I haven't actually caught up. I'm back behind 2 episodes. Luckily, I need to catch up. But I did see a clip where he beat his daughter, so that was cool.
Yo, I watched that episode. He struggled with her.
Yeah, I mean, remember she stunned her. He's lightning, but he's a better fighter.
No. But see, here's the funny thing. They released a little like 45-second trailer, and the sister, they show her get her powers as she crushes her phone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is getting good.
Yeah. I mean, I've liked Black Lightning so far. Olakunle, just to let you know, I just haven't had. I've been busy. A lot of S9 coverage on board at work.
Yes, we know the Samsung Galaxy 9 takes precedence.
Yeah, so I've been working on that, and I just need to spend more time doing other stuff. But Black Lightning, solid show so far. I just the best CW show right now for me.
Later this week, hopefully, God willing, we'll give you our Jessica Jones season 2 spoiler review.
Yeah, you can have that. I haven't even started, man.
I finished it.
You know me, how much I hated the first season of Jessica Jones.
Look,
so.
I'm going to put it this way: season 1 was rape issues. Season 2 is mommy issues.
Okay.
But it just felt much better.
Okay, I mean, we'll see. We'll see about that. I mean, like, I literally, I'll tell you what I've been watching lately. I was watching a lot of Black Mirror, and I was watching a lot of Voltron as well. So I was like,
you catching up on the Voltron?
Yeah, Voltron. I like that. I like the Lothar storyline because like right now I'm in the position where she. Have you finished Voltron yet?
I haven't even started.
Yeah, Lothar. They're working with Prince Lothar, and I'm like, something fishy is gonna happen. He's gonna betray you people, man. I can feel it. I can feel it. So, yeah. So I'm enjoying Voltron, and here's the cool thing, the all the jokes they had that was really jokey in season 2 and a little bit of 3, 3 and 4, way less. The jokes now.
They're season 3 was what, 7? Season 4 is like 6.
Is there season 5 now? Or are we waiting for 5?
Yeah, season 5 is like 7 or 8 episodes.
Yeah, the jokes are now well balanced on Voltron. So I'm digging it. Less like all those cutesy episodes, because now they have like some really nice, interesting storylines that have diverged out, and it's just much smoother. Like, it really is much smoother. I was like, okay, and it's actually gone past what. I mean, I watched Voltron as a kid, so I knew everything that happened, and it's past where I stopped as a kid. And they've passed that, and they've they kind of like they've honored that, and like, we're doing our own thing at this point. So I'm enjoying Voltron. I can't wait for Castlevania, man. Like, that's the next one I want to see on the animated side of things. But
yeah, I have to make it work since I don't have Netflix again.
And then Dragon Ball Super. I need to get into that. I'm gonna start because I'm feeling like I told you I said like I always have this thing where I don't watch anime regularly, but I
Okay.
get into my anime modes, and when I get into mode, like I can finish like 5 animes like that and be done.
Dragon Ball Super, I would say you could skip the first 14 episodes.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get all of them. So
Well, because if you've seen Battle of Gods, it's really a retelling of Battle of Gods
okay, I
in,
would I
in
basically
episodes.
I would skim through and go. Okay, here we go.
And then the second arc is Frieza. But it's different because instead of
Okay, it's
they
fine. No,
changed it
no,
from the
no, no, no.
movie. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
And then you'll have after the Frieza arc, there's like a 6 episode run of goofiness, but you get that with Dragon Ball. And then they pick up with I believe it's the tournament between Universe 6 and 7, and then after that one we go back to Future Trunks.
Okay.
Now that arc, that's a really good arc.
And then there's the evil Goku, and then we have the tournament where he fights Jiren, right? Which tournament is
And
that one?
then we get after the Future Trunks arc, we go into the Tournament of Power, and dude, Jiren is a monster.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the clip. Look, I've been because I don't even know how how it is on YouTube. Whenever you start watching one thing, you start going down a path.
You
So
rabbit hole.
it's a rabbit hole. So I fell into this rabbit hole with Dragon Ball Z, and I stopped quickly because I was like, I haven't watched. I'm gonna stop. Then I started watching. I saw like some Boruto stuff because I now heard that they killed off Naruto and Sasuke, and then I'm seeing some because I don't feel like watching Boruto because for some reason it just doesn't gel with me. But some of the action sequences are actually still cool, so I just will watch all the action clips and stuff like that. And I've been watching a lot of that, and then but Dragon Ball Z keeps popping up as well, and I'm like, no, I am not watching it until I watch.
Yeah, but there's
The
only two people to watch when it comes to Dragon Ball Super stuff. Everybody else is full of crap, and they're just
no. I'm
theorizing.
saying clips. I'm just saying the clips are coming, not people discussing it. I'm talking about
Okay.
just clips. So like I'll be watching the Boruto clips, like Sasuke fighting somebody or something like that, and then next minute, like the third one would be Dragon Ball Super, Jiren versus Goku, or Jiren versus that redhead girl that was firing lasers. And then I watched it. I was like, oh shit, why am I watching? This is too cool.
Dude, Jiren literally only fought in this tournament Goku, Hit, Kefla, but Kefla is
Okay, all right, just to stop. It's enough. I don't
I'm not gonna say what he did to her.
no, I'm just gonna say
It's
this.
a minor thing, and then Goku Vegeta, and now Goku again.
Okay, let's just put it this way. I'll watch it. I'll get there. Let's not worry about that. There's a lot of anime to cover. And My Hero Academy is coming back up. We've got Expanse as for TV shows coming back up. That trailer was dope. I was very excited to see the Expanse come back. We know that Billions is coming back as well. That's another dope show.
Oh man.
One show you should check out. I'm behind. I think I'm like 4 episodes behind. Is Counterpart. It's on Showtime. It stars Commissioner Gordon from Justice League, and he
Jim
basically
Gordon?
the guy who plays Jim Gordon.
Well, Ben Simmons or
Yeah,
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. Yeah, it's basically set in a world where um, sometime in the 70s, scientists did something and created 2 universes in Germany. And so basically, from a certain point in time, there was one universe, and then it just split. And then you can travel between the 2 universes, and something is going on. This conspiracy, something's going on. It's more of a drama than a sci-fi show, but there's still sci-fi elements in there. It's like an espionage, not drama. It's more like a espionage show. So he has to work with his counterpart there, and then not to spoil it, but like some of the things you find out is that yeah, like at a certain people of a certain age, like you meet your counterpart, they're like, you're different from me, but did your dad die when we were 5? Yeah. Did you kiss this? Yeah. What happened to you? Well, I decided to do this, and you probably did something else. Like a lot of their lives are similar, and at some point it just goes, ding.
Then the split comes in.
Yeah, and then that's where something happens. So it's a great show. It's more like I said, it's more espionage than sci-fi. The sci-fi elements are small, but when they make when it's one of those things where they announce it, you're like, oh wow, I didn't know you guys are doing stuff like that. But it's a really good espionage show to check out. It's called Counterpart on
I've
Showtime.
seen trailers for it on YouTube, but I just didn't. Dude,
Yeah, the
the
trailers didn't
only
do
thing I watch on Showtime, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Shameless, Billions. Other than
definitely
that, I don't give a damn.
definitely check out Counterpart because it's one of those shows that again also makes J.K. Simmons look like a tough guy. Like not necessarily that he is not, but like there's certain times where he just gets into you're like, okay, because his other self is different from the first self you meet him. The first self you meet him is kind of like just a regular
Exactly.
guy, yeah, very 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 regular dude. His other self is a killer, straight up. So definitely check that out. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Promise we'll come back. We'll give you more content on the channel. Apologize again for not being up to date, but stay tuned. We'll be back in full force, and definitely subscribe to OnBoored and follow us on Instagram. We have an Instagram channel, and this is Thunder E as well as Lou Rod saying thank you and always enjoy entertainment.
Peace.